Structure of adjective phrase. Now let's look at what is the structure of an adjective phrase. First, let's see what is an adjective. Obviously, all of us know that adjective is a describing word. It describes noun or a pronoun, or the other way, we say that it modifies or limits the meaning of a noun or pronoun. An adjective describes or modifies noun or pronoun. Word like small, big, large, sharp, they're all adjective because they describe some noun. So generally it indicates quality, size, shape, duration, feelings, content, etc. So these are the basic functions of an adjective. We cannot say whether a word is an adjective merely by looking at the physical form of the word, because when words are used in isolation, very few parts of speech are known by their form. So is the case with adjective. Generally, we don't have any suffix that we say that it is only or it is generally used with suffix. Even we suffix like ous, us, as in courageous, this suffix can be used with other parts of speech as well. And we have other words like good, bad, sharp. We don't have any suffix, right? So we cannot make a general statement about the form of the adjective that it is found this way or that way. As we can make a statement about that most of the adverbs end with ly. Not all the adverbs, but most of the adverbs, right? So we cannot very precisely say that these suffixes are used with adjectives, but we are very sure about their functions. What functions do they have in a sentence? So let's look at the major function of an adjective. Attributive. Attributive in this function, the adjective comes right before its noun, like good boy. So good comes before the noun. So we say that the adjective is used attributively. This pre-modifies a noun phrase, like beautiful painting, his main arguments, etc. Predicative. So the second function or the second position of an adjective is that it is found in the predicate. Predicate mean we have a sentence, subject and predicate, and in predicate we have a verb, especially linking verb, the forms of verb to be and many other verbs. We have discussed them previously. So after linking verb, it is found. It renames or describes the subject. For example, we can, if it can be used as subject complement. Your son is intelligent. So your son is the subject, is intelligent is the predicate, is the linking verb, and intelligent is the complement. But as complement, it is adjective. It is found in predicate. So we say that it is in the predicative function. If the sentence would be like this, Ali is your intelligent son. So in that case, it too still be in predicate, but in this case, it would be modifying son. So it would be in attributive function or position as well. Another is objective complement. Objective complement, we talked about. There are a class of verbs which take beside the direct object an objective complement which describes the object, which is noun. So he made his family happy, proud. So his family is object, so proud is family. So this is objective complement. Postposition. This is the postposition of the adjective, that there are certain adjectives which always used or which can be used in the postposition. That means that after the noun they modify or they describe. For example, uh, especially in indefinite pronouns ending with body one, like anybody, anyone, anything, everywhere, etc. So the adjectives come after them, not before them. So we have a sentence, I want to try on something. Something is an indefinite pronoun, right? Something larger. Larger describes something. Larger describes something. It is an adjective, so it is found in post position. It has a relative function, and that is, we can say that I want to try to something which is larger. So there are some adjectives which are used in post position obligatorily. They have a necessary position after the noun. For example, the president elect. So elect is an adjective. It has a special meaning here, soon to take office, right? So president is the noun and elect is adjective. It has come after the noun in post position. Similarly, the city of London, proper. Proper has a special meaning. If it were on its usual place, for example, proper London, it would have another meaning. But here, as strictly defined. It has meaning as strictly defined. In several compound, mostly legal or quasi-legal, the adjective is in post position. Attorney general. General is an adjective. Body politic, court martial, heir apparent, notary public, etc. Some a adjective. There are some adjective which starts with a, right? And some words like concerned or involved. So we can have this house ablaze is next door to mine. So ablaze is adjective to house, and the people involved, who are involved. So this has a relative function. Head of a noun phrase. So generally noun phrase consists of a noun, but in some cases, exceptional cases, there is no noun, but the head of the noun phrase is an adjective, but it has a certain structure. It does not inflect. This adjective cannot be made plural, singular, or plural, or it cannot have a genitive case like apostrophe s, or it cannot have a other determiner. The extremely old need a great deal of attention. So here we have the extremely old. So old is an adjective, but it is the head of the noun phrase, the extremely old, right? We have a determiner, the here. The young in spirit enjoy life. So we have a noun phrase, the young, which is a noun phrase, and the head of this noun phrase is young. The rich will help only the humble poor. So here, rich, the rich is a noun phrase, but rich, as we know, rich people, it is generally the adjective which is working as a noun, and similarly the humble poor. Remember that in such cases, actually the noun is understood, employed, so we don't use noun, right? This is the usage of the language. But if we look at the adjective phrase in a tree diagram, we say that the house is a noun phrase because the house is noun and the is an adjective determiner or article, and within this noun phrase we have an adjective phrase, white. White is an adjective, and adjective is always in adjective phrase, and an adjective phrase is always in a noun phrase. So you can see at the structure of this adjective phrase. So similarly, we can say that we can add in this phrase quite, which is modifying to an adjective. It's an adverb. An adverb modifies an adjective. So we can say the quite white house, but we cannot shift the place of quite because it's an adverb and it does not usually go into a noun phrase. The white quiet house, we cannot say, it will be incorrect. Similarly, the quiet house will be incorrect. Structure, the head of an adjective phrase is an adjective which may be a simple, big, a comparative, bigger, and a superlative, biggest, right? And the pre-modifiers of adjectives are always adverb, like hot is an adjective and extremely is an adverb. So post modifier can be either adverb. The post modifier of an adjective either can be an adverbs, like very tall indeed. Indeed is an adverb and tall is an adjective. Nice enough, nice in adjective, an adjective, and enough is an adverb. Or the in postposition there can be a prepositional phrase. For example, if you look at this sentence, rather too hot for comfort. So hot is an adjective and we have rather and to pre-modifier, and for comfort is a prepositional phrase which is modifying hot, right? So this is the structure of an adjective phrase. How we have seen that how it can have a pre-modifier or a post-modifier, and what are different forms that we find an adjective phrase in.